Hello everyone, welcome back to UKSG Blue 2023. We are currently on Sunday morning. Wow!
We made it.
We made it, yeah. This event we are raising money for Crisis. You can donate using the links below the stream. We would also like to shout out ESN BSG for the continued support. I will be your host for the next couple of runs, Broken Hyperlink, but we don't need to worry about that right now. Right now, we have Ghostbusters Special Edition with Destructiox, so I'll let you take it away, folks.
Wonderful, right then, so as stated, this is the special edition of the Ghostbusters Mega Drive game. What's the special edition mean? Well, it's a ROM hack that was released earlier this year that adds Winston and Louis Tully to the game, which was quite a surprise. Everyone's harping about, oh, it's Winston being added, which is great. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Louis Tully is also in, which is pretty funny. Right, so I'm just going to give maybe like a 15-second warning for anyone that wants to get their last donations in for the Bid Wars. I'm just going to change the game to easy. Right, with me I've got Viper on co-coms.
Yep, hello.
I asked him yesterday, he said yes, he's an absolute mad lad. Cheers for the assist.
No, it's alright. I mean, you're the one playing the game at the end of the day.
Absolutely,
The
absolutely.
only thing I can do is talk about Ghostbusters, from what I remember.
And also, you've got the power of the Mystic 8-Ball,
Yes, we do.
which we should be asking it various questions in a very, spooky manner to
Yes.
see what we get.
So anytime
Convene
you
with the
ask me a
spirits.
question, I will be using this to answer, hopefully.
Absolutely. We'll see what the spirits will say to us. Right then, I'm going to put a close on the Bid Wars now. We're going to get our characters off and our colours. So, easy difficulty. Who are we playing?
We are playing as Ray in the pink uniform.
Rightio. So, because we're playing on pink, thanks to being a retro-bit controller, it has a master command on A and start, which is also what we need to use to change to pink. So as soon as we start the run, I'm going to have to go into configuration settings and change my setup. But that's not a problem. So we are going to start time in 3, 2, 1, go. Whoop. Straight away, config, boom. Thank you very much. Let's get on with it.
Nothing.
Saw nothing. You might also notice as a free bonus, not only is the uniform colour pink, all the colours in the game are pink, all the text, because it's all the same palette line, so you get all that for free. So we're starting off in the home sweet home. The gameplay loop of this game is relatively simple. There are 4 stages that we have to go into. We have to defeat the boss ghosts. To unlock the boss ghosts, we have to defeat all the middle ghosts located throughout the stage. The number of middle ghosts we have in each level is indicated in the bottom right hand of the bottom right hand corner with a little ghost icon. When we beat it, we get a nice little red cross. Now this guy is Silk Hatton. He's a bit of a nightmare. He's a nice RNG starter for our game. He needs to tip his hat to be vulnerable when we shoot the ghost that comes out the head. He then splits into 2, take out each part, and then when we defeat the ghost, we get a ghost catching minigame, because it wouldn't be Ghostbusters without the trap. Have to lure him over the trap, bring it down, in it goes, boom, $1,000 please. So as you can see now, we've got the red X in the corner. All the middle ghosts have been defeated. We're now moving on to the boss ghost. This guy's called Scalon. As you can see,
Oh, he's one ugly creature.
he's one big boy. I mean, to be fair, I don't know why we were too worried about him. I mean, okay, I guess he leaves a bit of a mess, but he's just having a bit of fun. He's just chilling out. He's
Also,
rolling
you
around.
said They gain what, $1,000 every time they catch a
Yes,
ghost?
every
God,
time we catch one of those ghosts, we get $1,000.
I was gonna say Britain's Most Haunted or whatever they call it.
Oh, yeah,
Them shows where they all go in them haunted
Yeah.
houses. God, they make a fortune.
Absolutely, they do. They could be raking it in the end.
Yeah.
So, go on. Yeah.
As you say.
Yes, so now he's dead. See a nice little halo. I don't know why he's got a halo, he's a ghost, but he's now going off.
Okay,
The
Jane, what's it?
devs made a little bit of a joke in this boss. After you defeat him, his eyes still hurt you. Right, so after the end ghost has died, he drops a little piece of tablet. Not nice, tasty Scottish tablet, but we've got ourselves a bit of tablet. And a whole bunch of money. So we're going to buy stuff. Which is strange because obviously in the movies the Ghostbusters developed their own tech, but in this game we get to buy it all. So, fair enough. Stage 2.
Seems legit.
Yeah, I know, right? It feels a bit of a scam to me, but you know. So, stage 2, we're in the apartment, it's very cold, that's the theme. And the first boss of this level is the Siren. And it's an RNG show. I'm not going to say the first word of that phrase. It's an RNG fest. So that might go a bit badly, we'll see. Ideally, we stand still, she splits, and that's the only time when she's vulnerable. She splits on the bottom, which is where we can attack her the fastest, and then she dies immediately. That's the good RNG. After that, all bets are off, my lad. So, I want to ask the Mr. K-Ball, are we going to have a good siren fight?
The answer is, according to this, ideally, if I can read it, it says don't know.
Don't know. Oh, thanks, Mr. K-Ball. What's the point? What's the point?
Never leave things to chance. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, true. Well, yeah, well, we have to. We've got RNG on our... We've got RNG as a factor. But let's go. Right. Please, siren, be kind.
Good job we didn't get what out the second time. That's all I'm saying.
No, I was too close. I had the RNG. I was too close. No worries.
Just like a mermaid sort of creature, I guess.
Yeah, it's got this like little flowing dress.
There we go.
Now too close. We stand awkwardly and wait while the little ghost scurries up the top of the screen.
There we go.
Boom.
Just like that.
Absolutely.
So yeah, this is Dan Aykroyd, isn't it, in the film, I believe?
This is indeed, yes.
Yeah.
Maker of the infamous Crystal Skull vodka.
Coincidentally as well, we talked about this yesterday, weren't we? We
Oh,
talked
we were,
about
yeah.
parts of the Ghostbusters film. There's one in particular part, which I think a lot of people will remember, which involved Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray was obviously in it, amongst other characters. And yeah, they mentioned something about, I think it was something to do with the power, wasn't it, in the hotel in the film? I think it's the first film.
Yeah.
And he's like, the power was shut off by Dickless here. He's like, they caused an explosion. He's like, is this true? Yes, it's true. This man has no dick. So, yeah. You gotta love that Ghostbusters film.
One of the most infamous lines in that movie. I love that movie.
The funny thing is, I watched this when I was younger as well, but I remember the character in particular didn't actually hit me. I didn't recognise the guy who was saying like, they caused an explosion.
Yeah.
And then years later, when I watched Die Hard, I was like, wait a minute, he's the news reporter out of Die Hard.
Yes,
I was like,
yes,
oh
yes.
god. I was like, so he's been in a few films, like he was in the sequel as well.
Yeah.
So I was like, nice, very nice.
Love a bit of Walter Peck.
We meet again, Mr. Snowman.
Oh, this guy's genuinely creepy. Look at that mouth, man.
God, Jack Frost really did a number on us. I was trying.
This is just power and mashing. This is just absolutely tearing him to pieces.
Yeah, I couldn't resist. I was like, I'll just give a quick Just Cause 3 reference to that one. There's some part in, I think it's Just Cause 3. You end up finding a snowman a little while. As soon as you meet him, he's like, we meet again, Mr. Snowman.
There we go. Lovely. Right. And he's saying, bye, kids. Bye, kids. I'm melting. No.
If you mean self-destruct,
There we go.
Sure.
Self-destruct. Yeah, true. Yeah.
Seems legit.
Now this guy's happy because his house is no longer cold. Great. We're going on to the next stage.
I mean, there isn't a solution to that. Just put the heating on.
I know, right? It doesn't make sense. And this guy, he doesn't need a Ghostbuster. He needs firefighters because this house is on fire.
Okay, so he's got the opposite problem. He's cooling
Yeah.
down.
And because it's all dark and smoky in here, we haven't got a lot of vision. However, thankfully, this game has infrared goggles.
Tunnel vision.
So now we can see everything that's going on in the house.
Nice.
So we've got a fair bit of damage boosting here and intentionally taking damage in certain places. Because the idea is we want to lose a life here, and we want to lose a life on the next stage. So that on the 5th stage, that is only accessible after you beat the first 4, we continue warp after the first boss. Normally, when you're playing any other character, you continue warp on this stage, but Ray is such a tank. You lose more time than you save trying to take enough damage for the continue warp. It's absolutely insane. Like, he touched me and did 2 damage to me. Normally if that was any other character, it's like 6 damage. It's absolutely insane.
So basically what you're saying is more damage resistant.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That was very quick as well, very quick capture.
Yeah, good fight. And next is the boss that we normally continue warp on first because it's just backtracking after that. It's just a nightmare 'cause there's big firewalls and everything, but we clip through half of them.
I'm still trying to figure out, like, so obviously you capture the ghouls and stuff after you defeat the bosses.
Yeah.
The green ghouls that are flying about, I forget what they're actually called. They have a nickname, don't they?
Yeah, in this game they're called Spectre Spirits, which
Right.
is strange because you could just call them ghosts, surely.
Yeah.
But
I always thought they were called, like, Flubber or something.
Slimer, you're on about that guy I just shot.
Yeah.
Slimer, yes. Whenever you shoot a Slimer in this game, whenever you shoot a Slimer in this game, they could drop a little egg that hatches, and it either drops a red or a blue drop. Red will restore your energy, blue will restore your life. This is fine, we're clipping through this wall. It's no big deal. Oh, we jumped out of it. Never mind. Because for some reason, 2 of these firewalls you can walk through, and 2 of these firewalls spawn enemies and have invisible walls. But there's an actual glitch where you can clip through it anyway. So it's like the one instance of a glitch that we actually use in this run. He's very smug about himself, just crossing his arms, just jumping around.
I recognise him. Isn't that Johnny Flame from Fantastic Four?
Ah, yes. Fireman. Oh wait, I'm not doing the continue
So
warp.
I thought he seemed familiar.
Aye. Human Torch. He's just been busted. Later, mate.
You've been extinguished, buddy.
Bad luck. So we beat the 2 bosses in this stage. We're going to go and fight... oh my god, I cannot get over that wall. We're going to go fight the next boss ghost.
It's just like, what is it? Is it like
There we go.
die frames or something, or death frames or something?
Yeah, it's like there's like a very weird instance where like the frame after the hurt animation ends, you're able to do an input.
It is quite funny how many games actually still have death frames, even today. There's not that many,
Yeah.
but you still can get games something like that. Whereas, I hate to say it, I think back in these days it was quite common, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
Surprisingly.
there is actually, if the run does go badly, and there is actually a possibility that I get a game over, if I get the frame perfect pause, I can actually save myself with a peeking duck, which is quite interesting. Which is a nice nod to the games. So this guy, he's called Wallman. Scientists still trying to figure out why. And he's made of fire, so our best offense against him is to shoot him with fire. Which makes perfect sense. There's one thing that I didn't really go over. A lot of the enemies in this game, which I really like, have color changes to indicate damage that you've dealt. So obviously this guy started off red, then he turned pink, and now he's green. There are a few bosses that don't have that, but I think it's quite a nice touch. It adds a bit more soul to the game.
I was about to say, mine's with Metroid games. A lot of Metroid games have that sort of stuff. I always like that sort of mechanic where you... Because, most bosses, let's be honest, I think... especially with modern games, I guess. It's kind of like, oh, there's a health bar, you got to kill it, and eventually you kill it, and that's it.
Ray is chilling in the fire there.
But then, like, on the other hand, it's like, oh yeah, you could do that if you wanted to, but then one's like, oh, I'm actually killing it because it's changing colour, and eventually it gets like darker and darker, or it changes different colours completely.
Yeah.
I just like that, it's a cool mechanic.
But this is definitely the longest of the first 4 stages, the high-rise building. I do need to speak to management about this building, because the first boss that we're coming across, also...
Marshmallow Man.
Hi, Stay Puffed. I wonder who the boss ghost of this level is.
Scooby-Doo was on the case. Let's be honest, they'd just eat the bloody thing, wouldn't they?
Oh, that they would,
Like,
yeah. Oh, yes.
Actually, wasn't that in the... Yeah, that was in the Scooby-Doo film. It was like, you're never going to stop me and the candy floss, man. Like,
So yeah, we need to talk to management about this building, because this is advertised as the 100-eyed centipede, but he's only got 12 eyes. I want a refund.
What a waste.
What a waste. Like, this whole 88 eyes
It's a scam.
that's just not here. Wait, get out the wall. I can't shoot you in there. Thank you. There's a couple of bosses that like to do
I could
that.
the 8-ball. I was like, are they going to come out the wall? The answer was... It actually did its thing. Wow, okay.
And that's what I get for spending 600 tickets
Ask
on
again.
that.
Okay,
Ask
right,
again?
right.
Oh, bro.
I don't want to ask again.
Alright. We're just going to be doing a bit of a climbing section now. So if there is anything you want to say or plug, now's a good opportunity.
Yes, thank you. We have a $20 donation from Hurlin Mad Mike asking, can you ask the Magic 8 Ball if you're a god?
Are you a god?
The answer is... Without a doubt.
Oh, hey, I like that.
That is a good answer. Any more questions for the Magic Ball? Keep them coming, actually, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one, yeah. Anything you guys want to know,
Yeah,
bring it on.
it has the answer.
Sometimes it does. Sometimes it just wants us to ask again.
Oh, okay, yeah, true.
Any donations you are putting to, folks, make sure you can always add them to an incentive. Our current incentive is the Baba Is You alternative ending. The route for the true ending skips a level A Way Out, which offers a different, arguably more positive end to the game. It is an incentive if the incentive is met, sorry. Both books will do the level blindfolded after the main run to show off this ending. So get your donations in. We are just over $100 away, so very, very close to meeting that.
Right, so this guy is the second boss. He's the Shell Beast. He's a bit RNG based because what he likes to do is roll around and you can't hit him, then he opens up around the top and where you can hit him. Every time he shoots, he hasn't the opportunity there to roll. Every time he moves, he'll look underneath him, and if you're not there, he'll either move or roll again. So the idea is to stay underneath him and just pelt him with bullets and hope he doesn't roll. That was a nice fight. So
Nice.
the Ghostbusters game does something very weird here. It goes into the monologue of the Marshmallow Man, but instead of him being a creation of Gozer, instead he's a kid who ate too many marshmallows one day and woke up as the Marshmallow Man. Go figure that. So we're basically killing a child here, which is really, really strange, in my opinion. Although he did turn into a monster, it's still a bit unfair. But we're trying to keep him in the middle because we're shooting from the middle.
Stay away from marshmallows.
Yeah, stay away from marshmallows, kids. You never know what they'll do to you. Things they put in food these days. But we're trying to reduce the amount of time that the Phasar shell moves on screen, because you can only have one bullet active at a time with that weapon. It's just so powerful.
I always wonder, why is every boss exploded? Have they got high blood pressure?
They'll probably eat too many marshmallows.
I mean, in his case, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe they all eat marshmallows.
He got turned into s'mores.
Right, I'm going to do a continue warp here. So I need to take very specific amounts of damage in very specific times. So I'm just going to take a minute. And Magic 8-Ball, will I get this? Will I nail the
The
continue warp?
answer is, you bet.
Hey,
Hey, that's positive.
very good. Please don't jump.
So basically what
Okay,
it's saying, if you got this up, it's not its fault.
Yeah, no, it's not his fault. It's my fault. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. I'm telling you, I'm doing this on purpose. 4. And now this is tricky because I can't get hit by this boss now, or we lose a lot of time. So, thank you. Oh no. There we go. Sorted.
Nice.
So the boss is dead, but we're not. We're actually going to use the little green ghost to kill us. He has his moment to shine right there. Sends us straight back. It's the fastest way to beat the boss. So it's interesting because we kind of beat the boss and we kind of didn't, obviously, because the little green ghost killed us. However, because we started the ghost catching minigame, the ghost considers the boss to be defeated because the green ghost can escape, so it counts it as the ghost escaping rather than as dying to the boss. So we were able to just power on as though nothing happened. Also, sorry headphone users, including us. Basic platforming is a success.
Good job we had this turned down.
Yes,
On
we
our
did.
side.
Yeah. Ah, sorry about you guys. No warning there. That's on me. So basically, if you're wondering why we're fighting the Ghostbusters, after we got all 4 pieces of tablet from the first 4 bosses, we go back to the Ghostbusters HQ to find out that the other Ghostbusters have been kidnapped by this guy called Arthur. So Arthur says to us, "Give us the 4 pieces of the tablet, and we'll give you back the Ghostbusters." So we go to the castle, you know, that giant castle off the edge of Manhattan.
Yes.
We give him the tablet, and he says, "Okay, the Ghostbusters are in here somewhere. Go get them." So we just did. We've rescued both the Ghostbusters now. And we're heading up to the second absolute RNG mod. This is my least favorite boss. It is the broccoli worm. I'm probably going to cuss him out, to be honest, because he's such a monster. Because he likes to regenerate.
Right.
But you don't know which piece will regenerate, and you don't know how many pieces will regenerate, because that's all dictated by RNG. I could defeat the 1 piece that regenerates, or it could be 4 pieces. There we go. We have took out the other pieces, though, so that's good. Any of the pieces that have regenerated will not also regenerate themselves, so that, aside from a sloppy catch, was actually a very, very good fight. I thought it was going to go badly because I didn't catch it initially, but all the pieces died pretty quickly, so I'm happy with that fight. So now we have going from the worst boss to probably the coolest boss. In the book, the manual, it shows you all the bosses except for the final boss. And when I saw this boss as a kid, I thought, wow, this is kind of hardcore. I never got to this stage as a kid, so I never actually saw this boss until I was a teenager and I got better at video games. But here's the Grim Reaper.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he's pretty hardcore.
The actual Grim Reaper. Nice.
The actual Grim Reaper. For some reason, he's not even a boss ghost. He's just chilling out here. He's a jobber. Whoops.
Also,
He's
this
just been
thing's
a
a
jobber for us.
Castlevania, apparently.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, it's coming again. No.
Damn, missed.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I'm not going to move, I'm just going to swing, and I hope he stays in the same place. There we go, that was a nice fight. Good catch, that's a good catch, lovely. Right. On to the final boss of this stage. Some of you might recognize the inspiration for this. All I'm going to say is we call this boss Audrey. And I'm going to imagine most of you already figured out what the boss is going to be. But we'll see when we get there. Just doing a bit of camera manipulation to... Nope. Ideally to mess with the platforms. Cycles, but that's fine. We got rid of the annoying pest, the little Slimer there being a bother. There we go, that's better.
There we go, nice.
Basic platforming can be tricky at times.
Good use of diaphragms there.
Absolutely. Just boosting straight through. Right, can we count to 10, guys?
I hope so.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on, chat. I want to see you count. 7, 8, 9.
It's like learning to count with Barney.
10. We did it! Whee! He's dead. Right.
Nice.
So we've got ourselves now a weird jewel that came out of the plant boss. And there's a jewel-shaped gap. So we put the jewel into the middle of the tablet there, but it made an earthquake. And, oh no. Oh, Ghostbusters. What have you done? What have you done, Ghostbusters? You've just killed thousands of people, Ghostbusters. All's well that ends well.
Nobody saw that, right?
No one saw that.
Just want rug over it, it's fine.
It's only Manhattan.
See, in Britain, that'd still be absolutely knackered even now. 10 years later.
Absolutely, yeah. Right, so this is the deep hole that opened as cause of putting the jewel in the middle of the tablets. And so we've got the final stage now. And oh my god, it's Scalon. What are you doing here, bro? I thought we killed you in the first level. We want him to jump once. Please jump once. There we go. Don't jump again. No, no, no. Okay, that's not so bad. So now he's in the wall. He's too far into the wall, so like we only do about 2/3 of the damage we're meant to do because 1/3 of his body's in the wall. He's turning around quite quickly. As I said before, because the Phasar shell, the weapon I'm using, only has one projectile on screen, the wall will delete the shot.
Just to ask, what is he actually letting go of?
Scales, mate. Scales. He's shedding his scales.
It's like some sort of snake-like creature, I guess.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know
reptile
what he is. It's very strange, is what he is.
He's got the
Right.
halo again. I know that.
Indeed. One thing is, I don't know if he's too far off screen to skip the minigame. Because normally he's further to the left. Nah. And if he's far off to the left, the game thinks the ghost escaped, so you skip the minigame entirely.
Right. Okay.
But because he was being a bit of shenanigans with his jumping, he was a bit too far over to the right. Too far on screen still. But it's not a problem, because it means we catch the ghost. And when we catch the ghost, we actually get health and energy refill. It's not mandatory at this stage of the game, but it's still nice to have, I suppose. Right. Snowman, what are you doing here? We beat you in stage 2.
We meet again, Mr. Snowman.
If you haven't figured it out yet, this is the boss gauntlet stage. Although the more astute of you... The more astute of you will know, or noticed rather, that we've cleared 5 stages, but there's only 4 middle ghosts. Sadly, that is not a mistake. We do not get the return of the Marshmallow Man.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the one we miss. So, there he is, waving again. Bye, Snowman.
I guess but you can't exactly turn you can't turn back into a marshmallow after you turn into s'mores, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So it
yeah,
makes
true,
sense.
true. Yeah. Right, this is genuinely the hardest jump in the game. As Ray. Got it first time, that's fine with me. That is such a tight jump. It doesn't look it. It looks like an absolutely fine jump, and for every other character it is, but because Ray moves so slow, that jump is actually a nightmare. Right.
Also thinking about it as well, so obviously the costume is supposed to be pink, so everything else is pink.
Yeah.
The more I look at it, the more it starts to look purple.
True, yeah. Well, yeah, it's because it's
Starts
blending
like-
in with all the purple stage here. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a...
Like, it's starting to look more like, okay, not quite, but not far off the colour of my jumper.
Audrey, let's count to 10 again, guys. 1, 2, 3,
Reminds me of the trapdoors.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I should have done that. 10. I needed that bomb. Oh well, that's fine. Boom. No, get in there. There we go.
Yeah, seeing that creature actually just reminds me of the trapdoor.
Oh, I.
Yeah, the him upstairs, the big creature thing it's got.
But, right, I'm just going to take care of this guy. We have 2 bosses left to go before the end of the game, just to give a heads up. Although Wallman likes to be a sod, so we'll see how that goes. Drop me last bomb there. So, spoiler alert, yes, it's Return of Wallman 2. Wall harder. And he actually does, because there's 2 distinct changes in this boss fight. Well, 3 actually, I suppose. The first one is that he's actually slightly higher up. Does that make a difference, Des? Yes, it does. Because in the first iteration of the boss fight, because he's lower down, when his weak point is on the bottom, which is his mouth, you can shoot him 4 times, but on this stage you can only shoot him 3 times because of the height difference in the projectile being deleted. He's already dead. Bloody hell, that's pretty fast. The other big change is there's no fire pit in the middle in the second time you fight him. The first time he drops a slime, it goes into the fire pit, you ain't got to worry about it. The second time you fight him, it crawls across the entire length of the screen, which means they can, pile up, cause a bit of a traffic jam. It's kind of a nightmare at times, but he let us off pretty clean with that one. So because we haven't got any bombs, I'm going to lure this enemy over here by shooting into the wall to get rid of him, so he doesn't knock me back down again. Get rid of these 2, and we're moving on to the final boss. The final boss is called Janna, the Lord of Darkness, who...
If I remember correctly, in the film, Sigourney Weaver.
Well, no, that's the thing.
Supposed to be,
it's
anyway.
stylized, but not... It's not that actually the same character, which is very strange. This is a boss who literally just comes out of nowhere.
Also,
there is
she
no
took
hint
a very
anywhere.
dark turn after Alien.
Oh, she did.
Went to Alien to Ghostbusters, also just Lord of Darkness.
Yes, indeed. Right. So we're going to do the very gentlemanly thing and shoot her in the back of the head a whole bunch until we get the phase change. So we clip through her at the start by jumping through the body to get behind, so we get this nice easy jump off. Because otherwise, that little heart there will block your shot that you're just casually tossing hearts at you. Right, phase change, boom. So now we swap to our all reliable, the Phasar shell. Okay, she's yeeting this way. That's, as you can probably tell from my reaction, very unexpected. But if she stays there, that's fine, because I like... No. Get out of the ceiling. Get out of the ceiling, Janna. Right. No, come down, come down. Oh, we can still tag her, Oh, I just missed. I was hoping I'd get that shot off before she hit me. But because Ray's so tanky, we basically don't even pay attention to what she's throwing at us. We really don't. Oi, no, get out. No, don't you dare. Oi, come back here. Oi. Janna. Right.
So I take it when the boss goes into the wall, you get like invincibility frames.
Yeah, you just... Because none of the weapons go through walls. So there we go, she's gone. Right, so time's coming up. When I pick up the jewel at the end, that was Ghostbusters. Hope you all enjoyed the shenanigans.
And what did the 8-ball have to say?
What did the 8-ball have to say? And time.
The 8-ball had to say... Very doubtful.
Very doubtful. Oh,
It doubted
that's a
you.
shame. I'll
It
do better.
doubted you.
I'll do better next time. This is Storm's Calm. Put it in the tablet. We did it. The cave entrance is crumbling. Didn't bring all the buildings back though.
No, I don't think it would.
Well,
I mean,
the
end of the
people.
world, right? So.
Yeah. And the cool new
Okay.
stylized exit screen created by Billy Time. So, as I said before, shout outs. First off, Billy Time G for creating this incredible mod for us to play, bringing us back Winston. After 33 years, we finally get to play him in the game. But everyone voted for Ray, so we did Ray.
Yeah.
Cheers. Thanks again to Vibe for coming and joining me on this run today.
No problem.
Thanks to HGNS, Chaos Crew, Arky Gang, so many other people, everyone here at UKSG, ESA, BSG, all the supporters, all the donators. Thank you very much. That's it for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Just have a couple of donations here. First one is a $10 donation from Paulister saying 1,000 cents for the winner of the 1,000 tickets on the arcades. Destructiox. How's your Magic 8 Ball treating you?
How are you treating me, Magic 8 Ball? Certainly so. It's treating me well.
So and
Certainly
so,
so.
I guess.
And we have another $10 donation from Argig saying, ask the Magic 8 Ball, will we finish the marathon underestimate? Also, Linky made you look.
This is going to be interesting.
Will we finish the marathon?
This answer
Underestimate.
This is the moment we've all been waiting.
This is the moment we've all been waiting
Definitely
for.
a no.
And the answer is, come on.
Trying again. It's not giving me a. Most definitely.
Hey, the 8 Ball says it, so it must
Can't
be true.
see it. Oh, I
mean,
gave it a go.
It flat out lies.
It does lie, but you know.
Really, it was going to roll over into less lightly or something.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the amazing run. We are going to go to an intermission while we set up for the next run, which is, I believe, your run, Vipo.
Yep.
So we will see you in a few minutes.